The movie begins in 1968. In Paris, during a time of student protests and political unrest, we meet a young American student named Matthew. He has come to Paris to learn French, but he lives a very quiet and lonely life. He doesn't have any friends and mostly keeps to himself. One day, during a protest, Matthew meets a girl named Isabel. She approaches him and says she has seen him before, always walking alone and never talking to anyone. Matthew admits that he is new to the city and doesn't know anyone.
I don't really know anybody.
Isabel then introduces him to her twin brother Theo, and the three quickly realize they all share a deep love for movies. Suddenly, the police arrive to break up the protest, and everyone starts running. After escaping, the three continue talking as they walk back together. For the first time since coming to Paris, Matthew feels genuinely happy because he has finally found friends. Isabel and Theo even share their food with him, which brings them even closer. That night, Matthew writes a letter to his mother, telling her about the siblings he just met. The next morning, Theo calls and invites him over for dinner.
We're very contagious!
Contagious? For what?
When Matthew arrives, he is surprised by how beautiful and elegant their house is. He first meets their mother, who warmly welcomes him.
You're American, are you?
Yeah, I'm from California.
Matthew lives in a nasty student hotel, Rue Malbranche. So we invited him to dinner.
And Isabel goes to introduce him to her dad. Her dad is a famous French author. At the dinner table, their father speaks passionately about literature, poetry, and inspiration. However, Matthew is distracted, quietly playing with Isabel's lighter instead of paying attention. This irritates Theo's father, but Matthew quickly recovers and starts talking about how everything in the room feels connected, even the lighter matching the tablecloth and surroundings. His unexpected answer impresses the father, who suddenly finds him very interesting. He says that I wish Theo was like this too. Actually, there is tension between Theo and his dad. Theo has completely entered politics. This leads to a heated argument at the table which the mother has to settle. Before the night is over, the parents announce they are leaving for a few days of work, leaving a check behind for the twins to cover their expenses.
Are you staying?
Both of them asked Matthew to stay at their house for the night.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Good night, Matthew.
Theo shows him his room.
Good night. See you in the morning.
Midnight, Matthew goes to the washroom. While walking back, he sees that Theo's bedroom door is open. Inside, he sees Theo and Isabel sleeping in the same bed, completely naked. It feels strange and disturbing to see siblings in such a condition, so he quietly goes to his room to sleep. The following morning, after the parents leave, Isabel wakes Matthew up.
Good morning.
He feels ashamed because she's only wearing her underwear. She playfully tricks him into getting out of bed, and while he is brushing his teeth, she begins touching his lips, fascinated by how red they are.
So red.
She even tries to apply lipstick to him, prompting Matthew to leave the room quickly. However, Theo stops him and begins bathing in front of everyone, which Matthew finds very awkward. Theo tells him their parents will be gone for a month and insists that Matthew move in. Matthew points out they have only known each other for 2 days, but Theo insists that this is exactly why he should stay. When Matthew looks at Isabel,
It was my idea.
so Matthew agrees. Soon, an argument breaks out between Matthew and Theo over Charlie Chaplin.
I don't think that Keaton is funnier than Chaplin.
I don't think anyone's funnier than Chaplin. Keaton is!
Isabel calms them down by starting a game they often play. They act out a scene from a classic movie, and the other person must guess the title. If they fail, they have to take a dare. Matthew manages to guess a very obscure film, which impresses the twins.
There's something Theo and I have been meaning to do for a long time, but we've been waiting for the right person to do it with.
They tell him they have been looking for a friend like him for a long time. They decide to recreate a famous movie, seen in real life, a race through an art gallery to break a world record. Matthew is hesitant, fearing he will be deported if caught by the police.
This is a test. Are you going to pass it or fail it?
But he eventually agrees. All three of them race through the gallery and successfully break the record. While returning home in the rain, they all get drenched. Theo takes Matthew to his room to give him dry clothes and begins changing in front of him without any hesitation. When Theo leaves to get a drink, Matthew looks through a cupboard and finds some photographs. He finds a photo of Isabel and hides it inside his underwear. When Theo returns, they begin drinking, and soon Isabel joins them again. She starts playing the movie game once more, acting out another scene as their strange and intense friendship continues to grow. The game continues, but this time the stakes get higher. Theo is unable to name the movie, so he has to pay the price. Isabel dares him to masturbate in front of them. Despite the strange request, Theo proceeds without protesting. Later, while at a ward, Matthew confronts Theo about his relationship with Isabel.
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
I have 2 older sisters.
Didn't you ever want to strangle them?
Of course I did, but I never masturbated in front of them, and they never forced me to do anything I never wanted to do.
He points out how strange it is that the two of them sleep together naked. Theo explains that as twins, they were linked at birth. According to him, even though they have different bodies, they share one mind and cannot live without each other.
Now the stakes have been raised.
Theo acts out a scene that neither Matthew nor Isabel can identify.
Name a film where a cross marks the spot of a murder, or pay the forfeit. Time's up.
For their punishment, Theo dares them to get intimate while he watches. Matthew is hesitant, but after Isabel pressures him, he agrees. During the encounter, they find the photo Matthew had hidden in his underwear, which makes them all laugh. As they get intimate, Theo begins cooking in the background. It turns out that Isabel was actually a virgin, meaning she and Theo had never actually been sexual despite sleeping in the same. This makes him question everything even more. He asks her what would happen if their parents ever found out about their unusual bond. Isabel responds seriously, saying that could never happen, and if it did, she wouldn't be able to face it. It's clear she fears judgment both from her family and society. Later, Matthew walks into the kitchen and notices Theo lying beside Isabel again, as if nothing has changed. When Matthew tries to involve himself more deeply in their relationship, Theo immediately shuts him down.
Let's get something straight.
He makes it clear that no matter what happens, he and Isabel are inseparable, and Matthew will always remain an outsider, just a friend. A few days later, the money their father left runs out. The situation becomes difficult, and they struggle to even find proper food. Isabel tries to cook with what is left in the house, but the food is so wasteful that it's inedible. Theo eventually finds a single banana in a dustbin, which the three of them share to survive. Despite everything, they stay together as their days continue. Deeper conflicts begin to surface. One day, while they are together, a serious argument breaks out between Theo and Matthew about politics and war. Theo criticizes America for its role in violence, especially the Vietnam War, blaming people like Matthew. Matthew defends himself, explaining that not everyone supports war and that many are forced into it. He believes change can happen peacefully, without violence.
Think you can say it to the government? Oh, no, I'm against violence. I don't agree with your war. Maybe in France. In America, you have to go. If you don't go, you go to jail.
The argument reveals how different they truly are. Theo believes in revolution and action, while Matthew believes in peace and reason. Isabel once again steps in between them, trying to calm things down. But this time, she challenges Matthew, asking him to prove how much he really cares about them.
Get out of the bath.
To his surprise, the twins begin cutting his pubic hair. This leads to another uncomfortable moment, where Matthew feels pushed beyond his limits.
I'm not serious.
Yes, I am.
It's nothing for you to worry about. It's an operation I've performed before.
No, relax. It grows back.
You're both fucking crazy!
Frustrated, he finally speaks honestly. He tells them that even though they are physically grown, they still behave like children emotionally. He points out how their lives feel like a game, disconnected from reality, and warns them that they will never truly grow if they continue like this. His words hit hard.
You wanna shave my pubic hair? You want me to be a little boy for you? A little prepubescent tail at 6 that you can play games with, and you can touch pee-pee, touch pee-pee. I'll show you mine. You show me yours. Come on, come on.
Just calm down. We hear you.
You're never gonna grow. You won't grow like this. You won't. Not as long as you keep clinging to each other the way that you do.
For the first time, things begin to shift. Matthew asks Isabel if she has ever experienced a normal relationship outside of Theo.
Why do you keep asking me that? You know I haven't.
She admits that she hasn't, so Matthew invites her out.
Would you like to go out on a date with me? Just the two of us. Don't look at Teo.
Giving her a chance to experience something different. The two spend time together, going out, talking, and sharing a more natural connection. But when they return home, everything changes again. Isabel discovers Theo with another girl, and this deeply affects her. She becomes emotional and jealous, realizing that their bond is not as unbreakable as she once believed. She distances herself, asking Matthew to leave her alone.
Get out! Theo! Theo!
The next day, tensions rise once again between Theo and Matthew. Theo passionately talks about revolution, criticizing Matthew for only speaking and never taking real action. He believes true change requires people to step outside and fight for it. Isabel interrupts them
Boys.
Or 3.
and takes them into another room, trying to escape the tension. She recreates something from their childhood, building a small tent where they all stay together, almost like they are trying to go back to a simpler time. The 3 of them spend the night there, holding on to what remains of their fragile bond. The next morning, the parents return and find the 3 of them in the tent. Instead of waking them, the father simply leaves a check on the table and walks away. When Isabel wakes up and finds the check, she realizes her parents have seen them. Unable to face the shame, she decides to follow through on her promise. She leaks the gas in the room and lies back down to die with the boys. Suddenly, a stone from the riots outside breaks the window, letting in fresh air and waking Matthew. He smells the gas and realizes what was happening. Just then, the revolution reaches their doorstep. The 3 of them join the crowd and begin throwing stones at the police. Some protesters prepare to throw bombs, and Theo decides to join them. Matthew tries to stop him, but Theo refuses to listen, and Isabel chooses to stay by her brother's side. Unable to take part in the violence, Matthew runs away as the police charge the crowd. And with that, the story comes to an end. Thanks for watching.